Hi, Eric Wilson here, an independent licensed mechanic, 30 years of experience. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2010 Nissan Sentra so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, coming in on the front left tire, you got about 50% tread on good aggressive snow tire, so down but definitely not out. Now, coming behind the front left tire, this is the left lower ball joint, and it is critical to be tight because that is what holds the wheel to the suspension, and it is tight. This rubber boot here is full of grease. It's the outer CV boot, and if it was ripped, you see grease all over the place, and that is not ripped. Brakes, you've got about 30,000 K, quite a bit of brakes left on your front there. Now, the left outer tie rod, this is critical as well. It's the only thing that holds the wheels to the steering, and it is tight. This is your sway bar, left sway bar link connected from here up to right up to there. Now, it's important for that to be connected because it dampens the sway when it goes around the corner. Now, if you're looking inside here, that is the inner CV boot, and see for yourself, good and dry. Now, speaking of good and dry, the bottom of the tranny here, I mean, other than water, I'm not seeing any kind of oil leakage here, which is good. I mean, nobody wants oil on their driveway. Now, right here, this is the catalytic converter. Nothing wrong with it. The trouble is that people are reaching under and going cut and going cut. And you've got yourself about a $1,200 repair. Now, if you buy the vehicle, all you have to do is come to me, and I'm going to put a free catalytic theft protection system on that. It's just a simple system that stops people from stealing it, and it'll save you that headache. That's if you buy, it costs you nothing. Now, coming across to the front right tire, gain about 50% tread on aggressive snow tire, so down but definitely not out. The right outer tie rod is tight. The right lower ball joint is tight. The right outer CV boot, good and dry. The right sway bar link connected from here up to there, intact and doing its job. The right seat, the right, and then the right inner CV boot, again, intact, no rips. And the right lower ball joint is tight. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I'm not seeing anything of any concern on the front. Now, just follow your exhaust down there. Exhaust is all intact, no cracks, no breaks that I can see. Okay. Exhaust is all good, intact, and doing its job. The right rear tire, again, about 60%, a little more tread on the rear than you have on the front, but 60% tread, down a bit, but definitely not out. Now, the left rear shock, now these shocks are full of oil. If it was leaking, you'd see it dripping all the way down here. And this is good and dry. That's important because it controls the suspension. The left rear spring suspension, intact, no cracks, no breaks. Your brakes on the rear, you've got about 20,000 K left on your rear brakes. So a little less brakes on the rear than you have on the front. Now coming across to the right rear tire, again about 60% tread, about 50 to 60% tread on aggressive snow tires, down but not out. Your right rear shock, good and dry. Right rear spring suspension is intact, no cracks, no breaks. Brakes about 20,000 K on the rear. So 20,000 on the rear, 30,000 on the front. So definitely got lots of brakes left. Now, I'm going to take you and show you the condition of the motor and if there's any trouble, check engine lights. Okay, now this is the left rear shock. Now, these shocks are full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down here. And that is good and dry, my friend. That's important because it is part of the left suspension, left front suspension, and your spring suspension is intact. So no issues with the left front suspension. This is the right front suspension. Again, same thing, full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping right in there. Then it's good and dry, and your spring suspension, so your right front suspension is intact and doing its job. Okay, you got 2003 280K. Now you've got a driver's airbag. You got an airbag light on, and I scanned it, and it says the driver's airbag hasn't opened. So, which could it's probably going to mean the clock spring that the airbag here is got a problem with it, so I'm not exactly sure, but normally that's what that is. Now, what it's going to take for that to be fixed, we're probably talking about $400, okay? So roughly, give or take, what it's going to take for this airbag light to go away, just so that you're aware of it. Okay, with the motor running smooth, but has a slight top end tap in it. Shot of the exhaust with the motor running. Nothing out of the ordinary, very clean. Okay, motor runs smooth, but it does have a little bit of a top end tap to it. Nothing serious that I can tell. And with the amount of K on this, these Nissans are pretty reliable. I've seen them get 350 pretty consistently with good maintenance. So definitely some life left in this car. The issue that you do need to deal with is the driver's airbag. I think for approximately $400, that's going to make that go away. Other than that, though, I don't see anything of any major concern, and hopefully this will help you to make an informed decision. Now, remember, if you buy the vehicle, let me know, because I'm going to put a free catalytic theft protection system on it and a 10% fuel saving device that I've used for 20 years, and it never fails. And that, my friend, is free of charge. Just contact me. I'll have you in and out in 20 minutes, and you'll not only be saving yourself fuel, but you'll be protecting your cat from theft. Thank you very much, and have a good day. And any vehicle you want me to check out, I'll be happy to do it, because I just want you to know the inside story. Thank you very much.